we are in a moment of incredible economic churn, very, very difficult, and the pressure for austerity that we've seen in Europe so much is certainly present in the United States. We are a couple of bad election results away from a radical right-wing agenda taking power in Washington and beginning to shut down Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, which is not about the elderly. These are really about the programs for our disabled folks, for our orphans, for folks who've lost their families, for so many people in America whose lives would be absolutely devastated. And if we do not have some sort of strategy in our pocket for the moment that that threat comes, damn us, because we might find ourselves playing catch-up at a moment when, had we thought ahead and developed the strategies, including general strike, but also mass mobilization strategies, had we thought ahead, we would have been much more prepared, maybe so prepared that the right would never move on those fronts. But this is a really big deal because there's such a tendency in America to think that we're different from other places. The reality is that what we see in Greece, what we see in many other countries around the world, is economic power on the march, making unreasonable demands of working people, and it is appropriate for working people to go to the streets and fight back, hopefully nonviolently, but ultimately to make sure that their basic rights and the essentials of their lives don't get taken away. And so we ought to, as we think about how to protest, stop thinking so much about elections. Elections are really vital, and you want to make sure that bad people don't get elected so that you don't have to have these struggles. But we should realize the genius of the founders of the American experiment, who said that the essential thing is to recognize we don't elect kings for 4 years. Elections are the beginning of a process of democracy. And that process of democracy is well defined by the First Amendment, includes the right to assemble great masses of people and to petition for the redress of grievances, to demand that government change its policies. That right isn't real. Those protections aren't real. The Constitution itself is not real unless we develop the tactics that allow us to realize that promise at critical points.